Hi everyone, it's Moa aka Swedish Whiskey Girl, and today we're here with the Speyside single malt, and it is this Glen Moray Chardonnay cask. So it's a 10-year-old whiskey that has been exclusively matured on Chardonnay casks, and this is the distillery that is located in the town of Elgin up in Speyside. I've actually been there last summer. I had a really nice trip to Speyside. We did go to the distillery, but we did not do the tour, so I think next time we have to go back and do that as well, because I've heard it's quite a good one where you also get to see the warehouses, which is of course my favourite part of the tour. So this Glen Moray Chardonnay cask, the 10-year-old, is unfortunately now discontinued, but I do think it's a really interesting expression where a whiskey's been matured exclusively on these Chardonnay seasoned casks, which gives it a really lovely character. The Glen Morays are generally quite known for having quite a light, fruity, estery character. The Elgin Classic, which is their kind of signature whiskey, which is an unaged statement, get a lot of kind of pears and apples, and it's very light and easygoing. I can't wait to try this with you, so let's have a nose. I definitely get that kind of winey kind of scent off of it. Almost like wine gums as well, so it's like a wine candy note, so it's quite sweet, quite easygoing, but very interesting, I would say. If you like nosing wines, I think you would get what I mean, but it's more like almost like a more sweeter wine, so it would be maybe something along the lines of a kind of sweet German Riesling perhaps, something that is kind of a colder climate, so you might have a higher acidity in your wine, but also quite a high sweetness. The experience of this whiskey, I would say, because you want that kind of oak character, because that's one of the charming elements of whiskey, I would say, just that you know that this oak has given this whiskey its character and a lot of the flavour, and people generally say that you get about 60-70% of the flavour from your casks. So it's a nice combination of that kind of wine element, the kind of gummy bears, and that bitter oak character as well. It definitely has kind of a clean, crisp taste as well. That kind of same crispness, the same kind of crisp feel you would get from maybe like Granny Smith apples that are just so like clean and fresh and very crisp in their flavours. Very yummy for sure. And just a hint of like slight spice on the back of the tongue as well. there's lots of different elements to this. And there's almost like a wee buttery feel as well. The feel is very kind of velvety, kind of very clean and very easygoing, but it does have that kind of buttery, slight oiliness to it as well. Very nice texture. And now that I nose it, I almost get that kind of butteriness on the, like buttered popcorn maybe, like slightly that kind of rich scent as well on the nose. Maybe it's a really buttery Chardonnay. I mean, gummy bears, white wine and popcorn. Sounds good to me. And those wine gums. Probably the black or red wine gums as well. I do think this is a great ram. I'm so sad it's not around anymore. At least I'll have my bottle for a wee bit longer. It's one that I'm gonna treasure for sure. I will of course love to hear what you think of Glen Moray. Have you tried this whiskey? Perhaps you've been to the distillery already. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, have a lovely day. If you want to follow me on Instagram, the link is here below as well. Slán